Billy Hope, the boxing champion after winning several times in a match, when he appears in the press conference after the match, the light heavyweight boxer Miguel Escobar is there and mocks him that he only competes in the matches that make him money. Otherwise, if he wants a real match, he will have to fight with him. These talks and subsequent discussions make Billy ask Jordan Mines, his program manager, to coordinate this match for him, but he tells Billy that he has to fight someone else to make money. After the match, Bailey returns home with his wife, Marin, who is by his side in all the matches. They have a little daughter named Layla, who isn't allowed to watch her father's matches. He has arranged to cancel and take a break until next year. He has a problem with Bailey's fighting style, where he lets himself be punched and then starts punching hard himself. This way he causes himself to get hurt, and when he starts punching, he does it in a very violent and brutal way. He tells Billy that the friends who are with him now are because of the name Billy Hope, and when he starts to punch, when he loses, only his family is with him. With these words, Billy accepts his words. The next day, Jordan talks to Marin about the new contract that Billy has to sign, and after waking up, Billy gives expensive gifts to his friends. Marin tells Jordan that Billy needs to rest. At first Jordan is against it, but when Billy himself is at it and confirms that he doesn't want to fight for a while, Jordan is forced to accept. In the night, Billy and Marin have been invited to the New York Children's Club charity party, and because Billy and his wife both grew up in care centers for homeless and abused children, they are now in such a position. He has been asked to give a speech. He gives a preliminary but good speech and appreciates his wife's constant efforts. After the speech, when they are in the lobby of the party place, Miguel Escobar and his friends who came there again start mocking Billy and say bad words to his wife, and this causes fight, and in fight a bullet shots in the direction of Marin, and this shooting causes her death. Marin's death causes Billy to lose control. After the funeral, he takes a gun and goes to kill the person who thinks his wife was killed by him, but he gives up. His life is in trouble, he has to fight again so that he can keep his house and possessions. Otherwise he will lose them all due to financial debt. But he fails in his fights because he can't concentrate at all, and even hits the referee with his head, which causes deprivation, and he will be fined. This incident will cause even his trainer and Jordan to separate from him and even go to Miguel Escobar and become his trainer and program manager. All these events causes him to behave violently and use a lot of alcohol. Even he tries to kill himself by crashing his car into a tree. All this causes the court to take custody of Layla from Bailey and take her to the child care center. Bailey has 30 days to participate in violence control and alcohol abstinence classes, and he can't take his daughter with him until he finds favorable conditions for taking care of his child. All of Billy's furniture, car and house are auctioned to pay off his debts. Billy goes to Tick Will's club. T is a boxing trainer who has defeated Billy in the past. Billy asks him to be his trainer, and Tick tells him that there are strict rules in this club. The use of alcohol and drugs is prohibited, joking, staying late and cursing are also prohibited. Billy agrees to these conditions, but when he tells Tick that he is looking for a job in order to prove to the court that he has a job, Tick tells him that one of his workers had a stroke and can do the cleaning of the club. Billy is upset by his work. He still has the pride that he isn't ready to. Billy goes to see his daughter, but first he has to answer the questions that his daughter's lawyer asks him. He is forced to say that he works at the Tick Club, and after these questions, he can finally see Layla, but Layla is angry with him and soon leaves Billy. Billy goes to Tick and accepts the job offered to him, and besides his training, he also cleans the gym. The next time he goes to see his daughter, Layla refuses to see her father, and his lawyer tells him that this is Layla's wish and it's better to leave her alone for a while. Miguel Escobar is now the new light heavyweight champion. Tick tries to calm Billy down and give him a path. He starts training more seriously, and the next time he goes to Layla, he just tells his lawyer to tell her that he loves her. Tick begins training Billy, teaching Billy how to fight without anger, something Billy has always done, and now he has to think more about not getting punched and sliding between the fists that come towards him. The next time he goes to see Layla, Layla comes to see him and they even talk a few words. Everything is getting better, but after a month, the judge extends the period for another 30 days. He comes to Billy again in a bad mood, but this time he starts training again despite the tick. Until one day a person comes to the Tick Club and says that a charity event for wounded veterans is going to be held and they want him to fight a boxer in an informal match. With Tick's permission to fight in the way he was taught, he agrees to go to that fight. In the next meeting when Billy goes to see Layla, Layla finally tells him all the words of her heart, although with anger, but at least she empties herself. The charity fight goes well for Billy and he continues to fight with the tick method in such a way that people like Jordan who came there face a new Billy. In the end, Billy wins the fight. After the fight, Jordan goes to Billy and he tells him that he has contacts in the Federation and that he can do something. Considering the conditions now that he is in a better condition, they will give him permission to fight again, and in 6 weeks he will have a big fight with Miguel Escobar so that he can regain the championship belt. After Jordan leaves, Tick tells Billy that this fight is a publicity opportunity for Jordan to pit Billy against the person who killed his wife, and that Jordan is the one who abandoned him and is a liar and only thinks for his benefit, but Billy tells him that he knows all this, but to save his daughter, to be able to bring his daughter back to him, he needs the money that this fight will give him. He does this fight to save his family. And he asks Tick to train him for another 6 weeks, but Tick is against and refuses to train him. But in the end he agrees to do this. The judge finally agrees so that Layla returns to Billy. Layla insists to Billy to be by his side for his fight, but Billy tells her with who this fight is going to be and he doesn't want her to witness this fight, but he agrees with Layla's insistence. Billy's high-pressure training starts with Tick. He also teaches him new methods. Heavy training and also the continuation of the same method of relaxation in the fight until the promised day arrives. Layla will watch the match on TV in a room outside the competition area with the presence of her lawyer. During this period, Billy emphasized in the media that this fight isn't a revenge, but only a fight. The fight begins. The first round with Billy trying to escape from Escobar's punches, but in the end Escobar, it is more successful. In the second round, it goes more in Escobar's favor. The rounds of the fight continue and the fight continues to be close. Until the 5th round, when Billy was hit in the eye, which caused him to fall to the ground, but he continued. From the 6th round, Billy changes the form of his fight and continues with a more closed guard and hits Escobar with heavy punches. The fight continues to weariness until Escobar takes advantage of his weakness again when he catches Billy. Here is no longer his wife to save him and this time Escobar kills him. This makes Billy very angry. Before the final round begins, Tick calms down Billy and tells him that if he doesn't stop his anger, he won't be able to win. The last round goes smoothly until Escobar hits the lower back, which is illegal, and gets a negative score. The fight continues and every moment someone comes forward until Billy drops Escobar with 2 final blows and an uppercut. But he isn't knocked out and gets up from the ground so that it's the judges' points that determine the winner of the fight. The scores are announced and in the end it's Billy Hope who wins this heavy fight. This victory is very important for Billy and Layla. Billy gives the championship belt to Tick for all he has done for him. Layla goes to see her father and after a long time she hugs him like before and tells him that she loves him.